about you, but I am just about done with the drip drip disclosure, the little tidbits here and there, the seeming gains in the political sphere, and then the discrediting and debunking and things just not making logical sense. And yeah, so I think I'm going to take a break for a while from following disclosure. Obviously, I've been fascinated with it, as we all have been. And if you're someone who's been following the UFO subject for a long time, this is obviously in unprecedented times with the hearing last year and all of the movement and the actual first whistleblower coming through government chains of command and saying that UFOs are real. They've been crashed and retrieved. There's been interactions with extraterrestrials, or non-human intelligence as it's termed, bodies, agreements, disinformation campaign against the American people. I mean, this should be the biggest story in the world, and it hasn't been. It's been a footnote at best. It continues to be. I think maybe what sealed the deal is just the last couple days for me. Last night, President Biden, at the addressing the country with the State of the Union address, is kind of fascinating because in some of the first couple of shots, actually, where they were showing where the president was going to come, you saw Burchett and Gates right there. Of course, they're at the top of the UFO investigation, if you can call it that, in Congress. And then Biden, as he's walking down the aisle, Chuck Schumer is right behind him. Chuck Schumer's the only other politician really with him as he's going and greeting everyone. And 2 feet behind Joe Biden, who's about to address the whole country, is the guy who wrote this huge bill demanding that non-human intelligence, biologics, technology be handed over to the government from government agencies and private contractors that have been illegally reverse engineering and capturing it with presumably government funds, which is our money, our taxpayer money. So the guy who wrote and championed that bill is 2 feet behind Joe Biden. And of course, Biden doesn't make a single mention of UAP in the State of the Union address. He leads with talking about Ukraine and how we need to stop Russia and how we're not going to let Putin take over the world. So I think that was just the last straw for me. Obviously, this issue would be bigger than anything, any kind of war. Russia going into Ukraine, all of that would just be trivial in light of facts, if it were to be disclosed, facts of other civilizations with a presence here on Earth. And we have actually gotten their technology, likely have had interactions and have some sort of ongoing arrangement with various groups that are non-human. But no mention of that. And now we see that Aro releases their report today or yesterday, whatever it was. And of course, there's nothing to UFOs. Kirkpatrick had the op-ed a couple days ago. It's all conspiracy theory that, there are no aliens and all of that coming out. So the media still not pursuing it seriously. And really, there should be committees being made to investigate this. I mean, David Grusch went through the Inspector General of Intelligence. They found it to be credible and urgent claims, whatever evidence he gave them, and the testimony of the other whistleblowers who have firsthand experience on this, allegedly. But, no, that's not enough to have investigative committees, and that nobody's even talking about that. They're talking about having a hearing this summer. They're talking about field hearings. So the whole space now with disclosure and talking about what's happening, I think it's just gotten to the point that it's kind of pathetic now. And it's like, oh, this person said that, and they said that, and, Lou Elizondo said this, and George Knapp and Jeremy Corbell said that, and this guy's saying this, and, oh, we might get this, and he said, she said, and it's just a whole bunch of noise about nothing. Because the elephant in the room, the bottom line is, assuming there is a non-human intelligence presence here, obviously it has been here for a long time because these UFO sightings go way back, at least in high frequency to the 1940s. So whoever they are, they clearly don't want to be revealed. They clearly don't want the human population of Earth to integrate that into their world understanding and reality, that there is this presence of a non-human race of beings. And I don't know, none of us know why they would want to be keeping themselves hidden from us. But I think the common sense is it goes beyond our government and those in power and private corporations, and however you want to conceptualize it, small cabals of the rich and powerful who are pulling strings in global international corporations and politics, and all that stuff is real. I mean, you can go do the research and see that that's how the world's operating. It's in plain sight. Groups like the Trilateral Commission and so forth, all of that stuff. And are there handfuls of people who know about what's going on, at least to some degree, with the whole UFO and alien thing? I would think, yeah, of course there are. But assuming there is this higher intelligence, they clearly don't want to be revealed to humanity. And we can't assume that that's for sinister reasons, or we can't assume that that's for positive reasons either. It's probably both. But we actually just can't know. You got to draw the line there that we don't know. But the point is that for whatever reason, the truth is not being revealed to us. So it feels like we're just chasing our tail. And I think people who are pushing on this do need to keep pushing, and I commend you, and I respect the people that are putting the pressure on those who can do anything about this to try to bring us truth. I just don't know how long it's going to take. Maybe we'll see the needle continue to move. Maybe it's all being orchestrated from behind the scenes, and that they're trying to keep towing this line between people, a certain percentage remaining skeptical and a certain percentage gradually growing. Maybe they've figured out some type of sociological formula to avoid economic collapse or whatever could happen as a result of disclosure. So I still care about it. I'm still into it, but I'm done following it every day, checking all of this, listening here, everyone on YouTube trying to get clicks, trying to grow and get more listeners and followers. And so it's all this enticing headlines and pictures like, oh, something really happened. And then you get there and it's just like, oh, it's just nothing. Again, it's just dribble. No confirmation of anything. So yeah, that's my point with this video, is to put this out there. I think I'll probably be taking a break from following disclosure as the drip is going and speculating about this and that and analyzing the different claims and evidence and arguments. I mean, because look, until they just comes out, until the president comes out and just says, yeah, guys, this is it, that this is real and this is where it's at, then what are we really doing talking about it? People on the inside that actually are able to pull some strings with this, definitely keep doing it. And it's important for the people, us, to have these conversations. But man, I'm just sick of the nonsense. And at the end of the day, assuming there is this non-human intelligence presence, they don't want to be revealed still for whatever reason. And maybe we're not ready. And we're probably not ready because look at what we're doing still with these stupid wars and all this nonsense. Look at what the president just said last night. He led with this militaristic, we're not going to let Russia take over the world. We will not back down. We will keep supporting these wars. So if I was the ET looking at that, I would probably also be like, yeah, they're not ready. So I'm going to go and try to spend my time doing other things. Probably will still share some of my research and whatnot, but I don't know. I mean, who knows how long it could go on for. If humanity doesn't change, they may just keep waiting and not reveal themselves and not give greater access to this technology. So it could be the rest of my lifetime. And then what? I'm going to be 85 and it's still going to be the same story. Maybe there are other things to be pursuing, like spiritual growth, maybe looking inside and doing self-inquiry and meditation and looking at what we can come to know directly through our consciousness. What can we perceive that way? Because going through documents and testimonies and this and analyzing arguments, and I mean, how far is this really going to get us? So that's kind of where I'm at right now in 2024 and UFO disclosure. And again, like I said, keep fighting the good fight if you're out there. And it's not that I'm giving up. I'm just taking some space from it and probably will come back after we get something more substantial, like maybe that public hearing and maybe some more of these whistleblowers to go testify and maybe the president to say something about it. So have a great weekend. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.